Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rent to Rent Success Podcast, episode 125. We are joined by the amazing Helen Turner from COHO, and we're going to be talking about the HMO Awards. It's going to be a flagship event. I know you're going to love it, and there's a way for you as a rent to rent business to be involved. There are quite a few different ways, which we're going to talk about today. And Helen is co-founder of COHO, which is the HMO software platform. It's been causing so much excitement, and many of you I know have checked it out because you've been in touch with me. So Helen loves talking to HMO investors, making their life easier with COHO. And COHO is really on a mission to reshape the way that co-living works and really pioneering in this event how property events are run. So welcome back to the show, Helen Turner.
Thank you very much for having me, Stephanie.
It's great for you to be here. And I was so excited when I heard about the awards, and we had a call recently and you gave me lots of information about it. And it's such an exciting venue. I love the setup. It's quite quirky, but also a really different kind of venue and setup than we're used to for award ceremony in the property industry. So I'd love it, first of all, if you could tell me all about the HMO Awards and what they are.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, I'm going to say the venue is Stowe House and it is in Buckinghamshire. It's just 10 minutes drive away from Buckingham, where all the accommodation will be found. The date for the event is Friday, the 30th of September. And so although it feels like it's quite far away, when we're actually working on it every day and seeing it develop, we don't have that much time, but we're very excited about it. And the HMO Awards is really unique because, you know, it's a unique sector in itself within the property industry. And we decided to bring this award along because purely we recognise that a lot of the existing property events don't necessarily highlight HMOs on their own. And we feel like it absolutely deserves to have its own place. So the ethos behind bringing the award together is really, and it's very important to COHO actually, we do want to help move the HMO market along. We feel that the HMO market doesn't necessarily have the best of reputations, but we know so many people in this sector who are doing a fantastic job and doing amazing things, really progressive things to make that business work and providing, you know, fantastic quality of properties and homes and services to tenants. So we think it's really important to kind of give them a chance to shine the spotlight on those people and show the rest of the sector just how much potential there is in there and how it should be and can be run really, really well. So yeah, the event itself, we chose not to take it to London. We just thought, well, that's just the obvious thing to do. But, you know, a lot of property people, investors, landlords tend to kind of go in the car a lot to go and visit various properties. So, you know, the location, providing that there is good, you know, routes there, you know, it shouldn't be an issue. But really we chose, rather than kind of, you know, a full 5-star hotel, we've chosen a really unique location, which is part of a National Trust ground. The house is obviously a historic building. Yes, it is very grand, you know, but we wanted to be able to find the right space for this award, right, to host the various elements that we want to bring together at the event. So the event is going to be split between three kind of core structures. The first is networking. It's the number one priority for us. We think it's such a great opportunity to bring like-minded people, you know, everybody who wants to be inspired and wants to see kind of how they can help move their own businesses along within the sector, to come together and meet each other, introduce each other to people that can help. So this award's really for those who are landlords, active landlords, investors, developers, as well as those that manage properties. So networking, we've made sure that there's lots of opportunities to mingle, lots of space, lots of rooms to be able to do that. And then the second part is really around learning together. So, between us, we know a lot of people who are very supportive of the event, that have been on the ground and helping shape the industry for a long, long time. So lots of those, among yourselves, that will be there to kind of mingle with and give advice and so forth. But we will have a list of speakers that will be providing a quick kind of turnaround 15-minute mini TED Talk style speeches for throughout a couple of hours. Then in the late afternoon, we will be celebrating the awards. We have 18+1 individual categories that, and one of which is obviously highly relevant, and that is the rent to rent category. We're calling it master lease. Again, rent to rent itself doesn't necessarily have the best of, reputation. But we think that when it's done well, we want to be able to highlight those and show that it can be done really well. And then finally, something that I love a good party. So we've made sure that we're going to be putting on a fantastic evening event after the awards to celebrate with our peers and colleagues, with a festival vibe. There's going to be a live band, there's going to be street food trucks outside, and lighting will fit the mood, lots of space again to kind of go and mingle with people, and just build on those existing relations and meet new people as well. So yeah, the dress code is very relaxed. We don't need black tie, there's no gala dinner, but we just hope that people can really feel like they can be themselves and bring their friends along and their colleagues, and hopefully meet plenty of like-minded people to kind of rub shoulders with.
Yeah, it's really breaking the mold there and getting away from maybe the stuffier side of the property events that can be a bit dull and staid.
Absolutely, that was the idea. There's probably a place, very rightfully, for some of these other events, but we felt that traditional events are quite excluding of the day-to-day landlord and operators. So we really wanted to make this feel like it's very inclusive. Everybody's equal. We can learn off our peers. And I feel like that in itself is really encouraging. There's a lot of these events that you probably wouldn't choose to go to. You might feel a little bit intimidated, or you might feel like you wouldn't ever have a chance of winning an award, never mind fitting the criteria for applying. But we want to really open it up to as many people as we want, and the awards itself, will have a winner, but we'll also have a highly commended one. Certain categories will have regional ones as well. We just want to really recognise the quality in the work that people have been doing as much as we possibly can, because I think there's so many people who are deserving.
Yeah, and so we were mentioning earlier, there's three main ways that people can get involved. They can attend the event, of course, they can enter an award, and they can also sponsor an award. So I'd love it if you could talk to all of those and where people can find out more.
Yeah, absolutely. So delegate tickets will be on sale soon. We'll have an early bird price, and then towards, a bit closer towards the event actually happening, the price will go up. But we will have 400 people coming to the event. And to actually get involved, if you're interested, there's so many people who are contacting me and calling. I'm speaking back-to-back calls every day at the moment with people who really want to do a bit more and support the event. So there is the opportunity to sponsor the event. I do still have slots open for that. So if you want to, then absolutely do get in touch with me personally, and I can run through the opportunity with you. And then finally, entering the award. So we've already announced a couple of the first two judges. We've got Adam Lawrence, who is well known in the property sector and is well known for purchasing 500 properties in his career. He's going to be one of the judges, and then we've also announced Andy Graham as well, who is obviously well known and do similar things to yourself, Stephanie, in terms of promoting the HMO sector, but obviously different to you because it's your more niche. And then we have the awards will be announced individually. When they are announced, we will be opening up a round of nominations, and that's where you'll have a chance you can nominate yourself, you can nominate your friends and colleagues, whoever you think that would be interested and could fit the criteria for entering those awards. So we really encourage people to champion each other. I think it's an opportunity to do that. And then after that, we will then open up the awards for submission, and at that point we'll probably enter a phase of looking through the different criteria and the submissions with the judges before we'll have a shortlisting announced. So yeah, there's a lot in the kind of workings, and I feel like if you're interested in this event, then please make sure that you go on to the HMOaward.com. Sorry, it's HMOaward.com. Which will enable you to kind of keep track of everything that is being announced throughout the coming days, weeks, and months.
Great. And is it HMO Awards with the S on?
Yes, sorry, Great. That was me.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure I've spelled it right. So if you're watching on the website or on YouTube, you'll see we've got that on screen, HMOawards.com.
That's correct, yes. And just to let you know, we also have a really interactive Facebook group. It is a private Facebook group, so somebody has to let you in. But if you're interested, then do come in and connect with us there. So that is the HMO Awards as a group on Facebook.
Brilliant. So I'm sure if people search HMO Awards, but it's the HMO Awards Facebook group. If you want to be the first to know everything when the tickets are going on sale, if you want to enter the awards and you want to know the criteria, are you able to talk about the criteria for example, for the Rent to Rent award?
Not at the moment, still early stages. So we are working with the individual judges to create those criteria. But I think recognizing that even within the rent to rent business, there are a variety of different ways of operating. There are some larger operations and some much smaller ones, and we want to make sure that we don't exclude anybody. So hopefully we'll be splitting them out to larger operations and smaller ones.
Yeah, amazing. So that'll be interesting. And just that will be called the Master Lease Award.
Yes.
Or awards, because there'll be different sizes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then people can also sponsor the awards. I don't know if you want to say a bit about that and why people might want to sponsor an award.
Yeah, absolutely. So sponsorship, we have 3 tiers. The first tier really is the lead sponsor that we're still looking for, but I'm having really promising conversations. Everyone's very excited about it, but the lead sponsor will be essentially the sponsor that has the main branding across the entire awards and all of the marketing activity. We also have event sponsors that are open. And then the third tier is individual award sponsors. We're going to limit those to 5 at the moment. But if you're interested in talking to me about sponsorship, I can take you through the pricing and obviously what's included. Some of them will include, lots of branding pre, during, and post event. And some of them will include a speaking slot, for example, and then some of them will include an exhibition space. So depending on what you're interested in, you know, for some brands, it may not be suitable to kind of, you know, exhibit or speak, but, you know, we can work through those together if you're interested.
Yeah, so it's a great way for recognition and also for brand awareness, both sponsorship and also entering an award.
Yes, absolutely. We just want to get as many people involved. And I think with it being HMO specific, you know, it is an opportunity. Anyone who does get involved, and, you know, if you're interested in having that co-branding with the awards, it's really an association to something that's really special. And it's a chance to really own that market in terms of branding, because I think that, yeah, it's all up for grabs at the moment. It has been, you know, lots of players doing some really interesting things, but we've never had a platform to really put the spotlight on people like we are going to at this event.
Yeah, so hugely exciting. And I'm sure, yeah, I have actually visited myself on the HMO Awards website. You've got pictures of the venue, a very, very special venue. So I just think it's going to be an incredible event.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, Helen, as we draw to a close today, is there anything else that you want to leave people with that maybe I haven't asked you about?
Not really. I think just to summarize, really, is why we are doing this event. Again, just to reiterate, we see that the HMO sector, you know, we see it on the ground, it's evolving, you know, but we think that it's not doing it quickly enough. And it's really, you know, the format of the event and the way that we've chosen to bring it together is very, you know, collective. We're working with lots of people who already, you know, have a lot of experience in the space and a lot of influence, but we want to bring those brilliant minds together. And it's really about kind of moving the HMO market away from its poor reputation and just, yeah, showing people how it can be done. And I think, yeah, everybody that I speak to is just so excited about that notion. You know, a lot of us have kind of in our own lonely ways have actually been thinking about this and how can I do my own bit? But actually, this is an opportunity to kind of really, you know, put hands together and do it together. And I think that in itself is so meaningful.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a great opportunity to collaborate, whether you attend and have the opportunity to network with hundreds of other fellow like-minded investors, or whether you're entering an awards, which is bringing more awareness to your brand and creating recognition for your team as well. If you're working with a team, and or whether you sponsor an award and really take things to the next level as far as being recognised in the HMO world goes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm really grateful to you, Helen, for coming on the show and letting us all know about it. And I do hope that some of you watching or listening will take the plunge and, you know, as well as attending, consider applying, consider entering for an award, or even consider sponsoring the event.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Helen. And thank you for watching and listening. I will see you all again next week. So until then, believe bigger, be bolder, be a game changer. See you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks, Stephanie.